Welcome to this SQL interview series of Data Millennials. I'm Atul, and in this video we are going to write a SQL query to delete duplicate rows in a table. So most often in an interview, the interviewer will ask you saying that you have to first identify the duplicate rows in a table and then you have to delete it. In our previous video we discussed that how we can identify duplicate rows based on a certain column. In this video we will be focusing on how you can delete the duplicate rows from a table. So now, first of all, you can see here that you have an employee table here, right? You have employee ID, employee name, and email ID. And this is the output that we should have. So all of these records should be checked, and if there is any duplicate rows based on employee name, then you have to delete it and you have to show this output or put it into a table. To answer the question, you have to go step by step, and the first step is to find duplicate rows. We have to ask the interviewer what is the criteria for considering the two rows to be duplicate. Let's say in this table employee, we have the employee name, which will be the criteria to check whether it's duplicate or not. So we will be using this employee name as a criteria for checking the duplicacy, and then we will delete the duplicate rows. So first of all, let's come to our SQL workbench. Okay, here we have this employee table in which we have the duplicacy of record. As you can see, I have run this query select star from sqlinterview.employee, and you can see that Atul is appearing 5 times over here, and in our output or as our resultant table, Atul should appear only once. So first of all, what we'll do is that we'll create a dummy table in which our output will be saved. So to create a table, I'll write create table employee unique test1, and then I'll give the column names. So these are the column names which I will be giving over here. So the first column is employee underscore ID, the second column is employee underscore name, the third column is email ID. Now you must be thinking that why I am creating this dummy table, right? Reason being is that we will create this dummy table employee unique test1, will insert this entire data from this imp table into this table, and then we will delete the duplicate rows so that our original table will remain the same as it is. Okay, and after giving the column name, I have to give the data type also. So employee ID is integer type, employee name will be the varchar type, let's put 50 as a length. Okay, and email ID will also be a varchar type where the length will be 50. Okay, now I'll simply run this query, and you can see that my table has been created with 0 rows affected. Now the next step is that we will insert the data from this imp table or employee table into this employee unique test table. So let's check whether this table has been created or not. So I'll put select star from SQL interview dot this table. So we have 0 rows here. Now we just need to insert data from this table to this table. In order to insert it, what I'll do is that I'll write the insert command here saying that insert into SQL interview dot employee underscore unique underscore test1, and then I'll simply write select star from SQL interview dot imp, and now I'll run this query. After running this query, you can see that the 10 rows has been affected. Here you can see the 10 rows affected. Let's run this select star again to see whether our data has been inserted into this employee unique test table or not. So let's run this. So we have this data here, and you can see that the data duplicacy is maintained over here. The way data was present in this employee table is same as the way data is present in this employee unique test table. Now what we need to do is that we need to first flag the duplicate rows. In order to flag the duplicate rows, what we can do is that we can write select star comma, we'll use the row number function, row number over and then we'll use the partition by employee underscore name and order by employee underscore name in ascending as rank and then we'll give the table name from this SQL dot employee unique test 1. Okay, now you can see that we have not created this rank column in our original table. It's just a view saying that this is the rank 1 and this is rank 2. Now what we can do is that we can use the delete statement, okay, with a join statement here. What we can simply do is that we can write the delete statement first, saying that delete a from SQL interview dot employee underscore unique underscore test 1 and will give the alias as a. That's why I have written over here delete a, or let's keep tb1 as table 1, right? So delete tb1 from SQL interview dot imp unique or employment unique test as tb1, okay, and then I'll use the left join. Then this entire query which we have written over here to identify the duplicate record, we'll put it as tb2, left join as tb2 on tb1 dot employee underscore id is equal to tb2 dot employee id. Now there is one more condition that we have to put here, saying that the rank should be greater than 1, because we need the rank 1 as it will be the unique record. Then we'll put condition and rank is greater than 1. Now if I run this query, what will happen? The first, this statement is the delete statement. So we have considered this employee unique test 1 as table 1 and we are joining it with this table where we have created a rank saying that what is the level of duplicacy, and then after joining this we are putting a condition that employee id should be equal to employee id. So this employee id will match with employee id 1, and if rank is greater than 1 then delete it. This is what we are doing over here in this query. So if I run this query, you will see that all the 10 rows has been affected, okay. And now if I run this select star from this SQL interview dot employee unique test, ideally I should get only 4 rows. So I think there is an error. Reason being is that we are, after running this code, you can see that we are getting blank. Reason being is that we have not used the correct condition here. Instead of using and, we should put where here, where rank is greater than 1. That is the mistake. Let's run this one. Okay, so the entire thing has been deleted. So let's change this to 2. Okay, let's change it to 2. Okay, so First of all, we run this query, select a star from this employee table. We have 10 rows. Now we are creating employee unique test 2, and we have this table created with 0 rows, right? Now we will insert the data in this employee unique test 2 from this employee table. So now we have 10 rows affected here. Now if I run this part, I should get 10 rows here, right? Now if I run this query where I'm using this employee unique test 2 as table 1, and within the inner query I'm using this employee unique test 2 as table 2, where I have given the rank of each of those rows based on name. And now if I run this query, you will see that it's 6 rows affected. Now if I use this select a star from this employee unique test 2, you will see that we have only 4 rows, right? And all of these are unique. So initially when we run this entire SQL code with this employee unique test 1, we had given a wrong condition here. Instead of where, we had given and, due to which the entire data was deleted from this employee unique test 1. So this is how you can first identify the duplicate rows, and then after identifying the duplicate rows, you can delete the entire duplicate rows with the left join and the row number or rank function. If you want to learn more about SQL, you can click on the left hand side of this video, or if you want to practice more SQL interview questions, you can click on the right hand side of this video. Happy learning and see you in the next video.